Friends, look, I have this book, International Social Work of All People in the Whole World and in Construction from Tatsuru Akimoto. Mm, I like to read you some text. Mm. What is international social work? Is it work that concerns other countries? To do social work in a coloring to make it easier to rule, or to be engaged in missionary work or an ODA project as a herald for one's own country's political aggression or economic expansion. Is this international social work? Is it international social work to research and introduce to the rest of the world the social welfare situation of any country? Is it to learn from other nations about the solution to problems that immigrants from other countries have, or the improvement of policies and programs of child welfare in one's own country? Or would this be more national social work? Is it international social work to be involved with global social issues such as climate change and pandemics, to discuss multiculturalism, or to make international comparisons? Is it international social work to strive for the globalization of Western rooted social work in the name of a global profession? All of these are not necessarily international social work. Nearly 100 years have passed since the foundation of international social work were laid. Since then, it has grown into a grand architecture due to our predecessors' formidable efforts. These were unconditionally respect and appreciate, and pray that this advancement continues. This effort and achievement have been mainly those of the English medium and or the Western world. This book is a contribution from the non-English speaking non-Western world which has been neglected. Something new and unique may come out of it. This book will introduce a new approach to international social work which will be different from prevailing mainstream international social work approach. This is conceptually to construct a new international social work. It is not to deny, redefine, and reconstruct mainstream international social work. We think that international social work centers not on certain categories or activities, but on a certain way of view matters, which sees things from a perspective outside a nation, state, a sovereign nation, including one's one country, and not with compound eyes, multiple points of view. The antonym of international social work is national, domestic, or local social work. The constituency of international social work includes all people of all countries and regions on the earth. It sees and serves all people equally. To make it a reality, international social work cannot take the equation social work, Western rooted professional social work, for granted. Other types of social work must be also borne in mind if international social work is discussed at all. Western rooted professional social work has not served and cannot serve all or the overwhelming majority of the constituency today or in the near future. Both in terms of its quantity and quality, international social work must be comfortable to all kinds of social work. International social work does not stop, for example, at the levels of human rights at the United Nations. It further questions their substance. Human rights is not a single meaning concept. It is also not a peculiar value of international social work, but of social work as a whole. The United Nations organizations, activities, and products are the outcomes of strife among several among sovereign countries. The new international social work shows other features. For example, international social work is born twice. Firstly, when national borders are too narrow, and secondly, when nation states matter. When nation states matter, these are two ways to overcome the limits of their national borders. One is to have international related activities or national social work in a sovereign nation, and the other to have activities including a view from the outside of a sovereign nation. Only the latter has been adopted as international social work in our new definition. International social work, which has spun off from national social work to be an independent entry out of the sovereignty of nation states and remaining within the framework of social work, remind us that the element of being out of the sovereignty of nation states is inevitable in social work from its birth, and if it were in its genes. International social work is defined not from the professional or occupational social worker side but from the social work side, that is not from the people who do that social work but from the beneficiaries of this work. International social work does not simply aim for the globalization for Western root professional social work. Readers who wish to jump straight to the final definition of the new international social work may refer to chapter 3.3 from p. 133. Chapter 1 reviews the achievement of international social work as part of Western rooted professional social work. Chapter 2 concerns the findings from a study made in a non-English medium country in the Far East and based on both chapters. Chapter 3 constructs a new international social work. Chapter 4 gives an example of how the sense of international social work could be conveyed to incoming participants in this field. This book is composed of four rather independent chapters whose original manuscripts were written in different years, over 3 decades. Chapter 1, mainly in 2021, Chapter 2 in the early 1990s, published in 1995 and 1997, Chapter 3 in 2021 and 2022. And Chapter 4 in the early 2000s, published in 2005. Some out of date and inconsistent descriptions among the chapters may be found, but we have kept them to respect and record the original achievement in each year. The reader may start at any chapter. The repeated descriptions that occur throughout this book have been retained intentionally for this reason. Should this book be classified as a textbook, an architectural design, an investigative report, a scholastic academic book, or an inside telling of one man's dream, it doesn't matter. The author hopes that veteran international social work professors and practitioners enjoy this book with critical sentiment, and anyone who may be interested in international social work will find this book to be the first one their hands light upon. Well, this is the preface of uh, the teacher, the professor Tatsuru Akimoto, in his book International Social Work. And you can find in Amazon. Okay, if you like, just search this book in Amazon and really you will enjoy. Okay, and it's all for now. See ya.